it or not, religious bias still exists in the United States today. Hate crimes, bullying, discrimination, and denial of opportunities are all direct results of the prejudice that we have in favor of those within our own religious groups and against those outside of them. If you don't believe me, take a look at the 2019 FBI hate crime statistics or my own recent study. You may have to pause the video here. So we certainly still have some work to do, considering the fact that we still have hate crimes in the United States and the fact that the second leading cause of them, in fact, is religion. And we also see in my study that on average, most people will rank their own religion as higher in levels of tolerance of other people, the likelihood of following rules, and being morally driven. There are several ways we can go about fixing this, but here's my favorite idea. So, of course, in true Texas fashion, I propose a potluck. So this means that we bring in as many people as possible, as diverse as possible, and they're all going to be assigned to bring in a main dish, a side, or dessert. Everybody gets to make a plate and sit down and enjoy a dinner together. And at these tables that they're going to sit at, we're going to try to get as many different religions represented at each table as possible so that we can ask them questions like, is it wrong to hurt others? How important is family? Or is my religion misunderstood? So we're going to start off by kind of establishing some common ground that people can bond over, and we can see that, everybody is human and we share a lot of experiences, but we can also break down some of these stereotypes and some of these barriers that may be keeping us from feeling like there is unity and acceptance in our community. So here, the goal is to eliminate bias, right? But where does it come from? That's a big one to break down in order to work on eliminating this bias. So according to social identity theory, we feel more secure and confident when we belong to a group. But to solidify the idea that we're in the right group, or we are in a superior group, or that we made the right choice, we like to kind of create this false sense of distrust in our own minds. Apparently, it's easier to hate your neighbor in order to feel safer and, unfortunately, superior. So this results in ideas being created called stereotypes. And stereotypes are false beliefs or generalizations about other groups, and that leads to some thoughts that we may have about other groups, which in turn leads to feelings towards other groups, and this will create prejudice. And then if we feel that way for too long, we have too much prejudice, we'll act upon it, and that becomes discrimination. This is all in the name of protecting ourselves and trying to be in the best place possible for each one of us individually. So in order to not give into the ignorance of these thoughts and ideas, we need to educate ourselves. We need to feel comfortable being in the presence of other people. We need to learn about other people. We need to break down those stereotypes and realize that they are not true. And we'll begin to feel more comfortable and decide that these people are not inferior, they're not scary, they're not threatening like they've been made out to be in our minds before. So we can all work on mindfulness or doing some research to educate ourselves to break down these barriers, or you can even visit my website in the description down below. So I hope that you will join me in this journey of fighting this bias and this discrimination against people of other religions, and thank you for watching.